to another ASMR live. So I have been meaning to bring you something along the lines of art when it comes to ASMR. I'm a big fan of various different pieces by different artists. Now tonight I'm going to have a look at a few of the works by Van Gogh here. You can see very much swirling artwork, good use of blues and greens in his work. So let's have a look inside. Hello guys, welcome. So it does say here, misunderstood during his lifetime and branded the crazy man with the red hair, Van Gogh is one of the most famous artists of all time. As one of the founders of modern art, he created a unique body of work against all odds, which continues to enrapture a worldwide audience. So, very much like to visit the Van Gogh Museum, as you've said in the comments. Welcome, Holly. Hello, Emma C. Anders. I will do Michelangelo if I can find his book. There is a self-image of Van Gogh there. See very much the red beard in front of a canvas there. So what you can do, guys, is when you've looked at these pieces, you can tell me how they make you feel, what your thoughts are on each piece. So there's your first one, another self-portrait. You see Van Gogh there with the blue attire, grizzly beard and straw hat there. Beth, this video has just started. Welcome. So Van Gogh was known for a range of different types of art. We had our outdoor works, we had our objects, such as in cafes and bars and things. I love his BJB in stock. Hello, Katie. So this piece is Van Gogh's farmhouse in Newry. Just have a look at that piece, so it makes you feel. We have this little cottage with the wooden doors and the straw roof there. See very much use of foliage and trees. What looks to be a little old lady there working. So what do you think of that particular piece? We have a cafe table with absinthe there, a potent alcoholic drink. Again, the use of the swirls and curvature in the artwork and in the background there. Guys, I'll do Michelangelo next time, if I can locate his book. I believe we have another one of these with Monet. Now this to me is some beautiful artwork. Looks as though we are in Paris on the sign. You can see the beautiful trees lining the sign there. And these particular skies always give the impression of a little bit of dramaticism, a bit of action. And the walkway there. See the little house in the background there. Right, we have the woman in the garden. Beautiful use of greens. See the contrasting between the leaves there and the ground grass here. And you can see the detail on these little trees. Holly, I quite agree. And you have a Mavis here picking some flowers, again with a straw hat. How do these images make you feel there? Would you say this one appears more dramatic than this one? I feel like you can smell them, absolutely. Flowers there. Serene. Hello, menopausal Barbie, once again. We're exploring some artwork of Van Gogh tonight. You can give me your thoughts on each piece. This is interesting. Almost looks like another artist has attempted this. But you can see the outlines of the trees there. Not really in keeping with typical Van Gogh works. You have a bit of a swirling in the sky. The signature move and these trees here. The grassy area looks very still. And we have entrance to the Moulin. So very much influenced by France and Paris. A little side street there. Something very calming about this one. And look at the types of tree we have here. It's a very low one. Alright. Sorry about the reflection from the light. But we did say Van Gogh also incorporates cafes and bars, as well as outdoor scenery into his art. This is the Night Cafe in Aries. You can see we have the punters here. What appears to be the lovers here. Very much liked to incorporate straw hats into his works. Alcohol, of course. You have the wooden beams there, great perspective. And of course the pool table there. Lovely use of browns, reds and greens. So what do you think of this particular image? And now I'm not going to burn the books. I'm going to keep them as they are. Calming light, yes. You have the glow there. Radiating. Comforting, interesting we have. Hello Toby-Wan Kenobi. That is the Night Cafe in Aries. Gives off a local bar. Very much gives off the vibe of a Parisian bar there. Oh my goodness. Right, we have the ballroom in Aries here. Very much gone for a blue heavy image there with some yellows. Now the story is that Van Gogh had quite bad cataracts later in life, and that is why some of his works were very murky, brown, yellowy in colour. So who knows? You can see they have the upper mezzanine there. Like a very busy night scene, clubbing. interesting. Not sure what to think about this one, but it does freak me out a little bit. Icky little things, aren't they? Right, now this is quintessential Van Gogh in my opinion. The little strokes that you see that make up his work, sort of little distemper like strokes. Red Vineyard. We luckily have some people picking some grapes. Always like to incorporate streams and bodies of water into his work. And look how we have the sort of vertical almost elements from the sun there. This is like a nice fall in the Mediterranean, absolutely. And again, another busy scene. You have somebody just relaxing there while the workers are work. And also the trees here. Look at the outline of the vineyard. And the paths there, multicoloured. Brilliant use of colour. Right, we have more outdoor work from Van Gogh. Let's get myself comfortable. We have the olive grove here. You almost feel like you're in Greece with this one. And look at these use of blues, these swirling effects. Again, another quintessential Van Gogh piece. Always these dramatic skies. This is wheat field with cypresses, which is a type of tree. Wheat there. And again, this one feels like a very dramatic piece. It's almost like we have movement of the trees there. Possibly an ominous sky. That's a good word, Laszlo. Curves. I like the curves in his work. I quite agree. Right, more outdoor works here. Now these offer slightly less detail, a little bit more ambiguous. This is Path in St Remy. It's almost like a blur. Just wondering how much his cataracts were affecting him. But I love the little strokes of the trees there. Certainly wasn't shy with his colours. I have done a painting ASMR before, very badly, 2 or 3 years ago. You'll have to dig that video out. Right, high grass with butterflies on this one. This time rather than curves, you had more linear effects there. Look the way we have movement to the left there. That's a busy little garden. These butterflies, you can see. Okay, again we have more floral images. We have the garden of Dr. Gogh here. Of course, this was a nighttime piece. Again, lots going on with the plants there. And we have a bouquet of white roses here. heavy use of greens, contrasting against the whites. Sophie, there is a little bit of Bob Ross to come your way very soon, so stay tuned. I have had this book for 4 or 5 months now. Which designs are typically my favourite, very much the outdoor landscape pieces. The flowers are beautiful. Right, we have On the Banks of the East, we're in Herbs. And we have gone for these beautiful coloured boughs here. Oranges, blues, greens. Again, the typical foliage style. Stripes there. I love the effect of the water here. And the little reflections. Now this is my kind of artwork. I like the hills, fields, something with an horizon and a beautiful sky. This is the plain at Herbs. You can see the collection of hay bales there. Different fields with different crops. In fact, I would love one of these pieces on the wall. A little barn there. I like the alignment of trees on the horizon there. And coming more towards the midsection. Somebody wants to frolic in the fields, good for you. And we have the busy plants there, grasses. Okay, what do you think of these two pieces? Right, I have pictures of Van Gogh here, aged 18, beardless. We have his brother here. We have his father and his mother. Interesting. Let's go back to the artwork. So we have some portraits here. Head of a woman. These are very dark pieces, aren't they? You must see the sadness and despair in their faces. Got the portrait of a farmer there. It's totally different, something a little bit more risque there. Woman seated near the stove. Thank you, Ben S. Glad to have you as well. Now, when I was looking through the book earlier, before the live, this one struck my eye. We have some tulip fields there. I love this piece. I love the different colours. I love the way they are sectioned out. Houses at the side and a much more quieter but very cloudy sky. We have such an observer there, possibly the farmer or horticulturalist, who knows. We have a heath with wheelbarrow. Grey sky. I've never been to the Netherlands now, but I would like to catch their tulips. Hello, hello, Ivy. Welcome to the works of Van Gogh. Two very sombre pieces, particularly this one. I quite like this. This is the landscape in Drenthe. It's very bleak, almost like you're driving into Salem's Lot. Hello Nathan, I'm doing very well, thank you. We have a trench. Here we go, we have a more busy piece with lots of individuals. This is the poor and the money. So as you look at this piece, you get the impression that we have some elderly folk here, slightly hunched over. And it looks as though they are going to collect the equivalent of us going to the post office to collect our pensions. Who knows? Bricked street, I like that. Notice that the faces are very unclear, very little detail from Van Gogh when it came to facial features. Soupy soups, thank you. Trauma level best. This piece reminds me of Robin Hood. Take from the rich and give to the poor. I see what you mean. For this we have a full horizontal piece. It's a fascinating one. The parish garden in Newen in springtime. So everything is starting to bloom. Still a dark piece. The church there. This lady in black. Plenty of trees in the background and forefront. We have a weaver there. Great attention to detail. That one. Possibly his wife working in the fields there. Two strong, hard labourers, you feel. Poplar Avenue in autumn. I like the trees there, lining the pathway. A little bit of a blue sky peeking through there. I like the way it captures the light and shadow in the one in the left, absolutely. Thank you, Amanda. Glad you like the channel. This is farmers setting potatoes. Okay. So we have more agricultural works from Van Gogh here. So we have our potato planters. It's important to plant your potatoes within mounds. Not much detail in the faces. Again, cloudy sky once again. Very abstract piece, in my opinion, based on the lack of clarity. And we have the potato eaters. So we have a gathering here. It looks to be females. Pouring their tea. Scoffing their potatoes. You get the image that this is a very poor family. there. Look at their attire. Very fascinating. Now I assume with Van Gogh his cataracts were causing things to look a little bit yellowy. Not sure whether the word is xanthopsia, but you can see this is very yellow, murky. The attention to detail isn't very good, so maybe the cataracts were affecting the sight. This is landscape with church. It could be this way by design. Still have our swirls, especially the sky. Pathway with person. Autumn landscape at dusk. I quite like this one. It's a little bit spooky. And you can see the use of the foliage in the background. And the autumnal effect of these trees as they lose their leaves. Possibly have some evergreens here. Our clear fields here. And again we have a person strolling. It's what I describe as a very moody piece. I think he's very much captured the effect or dusk time of day very well there. I love these areas here. I like the sort of foresty type regions. We have the avenue in autumn, so things have picked up a little bit there. I notice how we have some birds in the skies. That's a brilliant autumnal piece. And we actually have some buildings here. So it looks like we're in Belgium. This is rear courtyards in Antwerp. Very long, thin, narrow housings. Looks like we're going through the back alleys there. So it feels a little bit industrial. See the little gardens there. Fascinating. Cash, hope you do well with your ophthalmology examinations, I'm sure you will. We have a church here. Interesting use of whites there. I like this bridge here. We have a harbour here in Amsterdam. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that one. Maybe my Dutch friends can do that for me. It's almost like that we had some rainfall. Wet ground. Busy docks there. A little bit of a dramatic one. Right, we have a public house here. This is the outdoor pub in Le Guinguet, in in Montremartre. There we go. We have some punters there. These little sort of basket secluded areas, benches. And we have the rooftops of Paris here. Okay, we have another piece here. Almost feels as like you were walking along the river Seine there, along one of the pathways. These lovely thin trees. People shading themselves from the sunlight. But this is actually Jardin de Luxembourg, the promenade in the Garden of Luxembourg. A sombre undertone, absolutely. I think that is underscored by the people being very dark and obscure. It's almost like some of these people could be spirits. SRP is Stephen R. Presents. Anna, I agree, his drawings were absolutely amazing. Glad I picked this book. We've talked about the swirls, use of colour, and his, what's the word, his range for outdoor works, portraits, inanimate objects, bars. We have a vase there with gladioli on Chinese asters, so certain types of plants there. July the 14th in Paris. Special celebration there. You can see the beautiful blues, whites and reds. It's a Parisian party. We have a quarry here. It's an interesting piece to go for, a quarry. On a slanted hillside. You can see again dramatic cloudy skies. With a little windmill there. Hello Leon in Valencia, hope you're safe with all what's been going on there. Le Moulin de la Galette here. Love these little buildings here. Love that piece. The old traditional street lights there. And these pathways. Beautiful piece. This could be the windmill there. Possibly, perhaps. So from the same area, possibly from a different perspective. We have the Boulevard de Clichy here. Lots of swirls and stripes with that one. This is a very interesting piece. This is views from Paris of Vincent's room in Rue Lepic. Beautiful piece there. Larger building here. And not much between the skies and the buildings in terms of colour. Looks like the aristocrats. We have the Mills and Vegetable Gardens in Montmartre. Again, another scenic one there. Again, windmill. And these little segregated fields I like very much. We have our sheds. And again, we have our labourers. And also, if you've noticed, we have a signed one this time. It's Vincent. Okay guys, we'll look to do one more, I think. We're at 35 minutes. And what better way to end than some self-portraits of the man himself. Not sure how he did these, other than maybe looking at himself in the mirror and using his memory. But at the beginning of the book he was described as the crazy man with the red hair. Okay. Very formal looking, very serious. And we have another here. Not sure what these are meant to represent. It's almost like he's disintegrating there. So that's that one, guys. Any more Breaking Bad videos soon? I'm not sure, I haven't thought about it. There is something I'd like to do, but it's very complex. So before we go, guys, we have hit page 79. Any quick questions before we call it a night? Oh, don't forget the sunflowers. Didn't quite reach that part where this works. Very much included sunflowers to the works. Thank you, Beans Aviation. Perfect for a stressful day. You're welcome in Maryland. Thank you, Ram. How is Birmingham this evening? Well, I don't live in Birmingham anymore. I am in Staffordshire. I am fully moved into the new place around about July, and we have just recently adopted a cat who turned up on our doorstep. I'll try and introduce him at some point. I have put a post on my Instagram feed of our newest member of the family. His name is Scruffy.